Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Vplay. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make money on woods. This can be a very different map from all the other maps that are there on Escape from Tarkov, as this is a map where there are a lot of long grounds and people can spot you very easily, as there are a lot of open fields in this particular map. So I will tell you how to make money and how to survive on this particular map. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with the video. So the first tip of surviving this particular map is to engage in PvP or PvE fights the most, as you can get the most reward out of that. As you all can see, the more you get into engagements and the more you fight the other people, it is going to be the most rewarding on this particular map, as it is surrounded by open fields and trees. It is very easy to take down enemies if you have a long range weapon, and you do have a short range weapon as well, as enemies can come long range and short range as well. So I've used an SMG and a Mosin with a scope on this particular map, and it can be really rewarding, as you can take down enemies who are close by and you can kill the long range people with the Mosin itself. So I would highly suggest to get into PvE and PvP matches the most, as it can be the most rewarding and it will be fun as well. I would suggest you all not to go in the open and fight the other players as I am fighting in this particular range, as it can get you killed and you will need to start all over again. So these are my tips in order to get the most out of this particular map. So the more you engage, the more rewarding it will get. The next tip is to go in the center of the map where you can find the scav boss, and the most rewarding thing about the scav boss is the loot and the key that he carries. So I would suggest to go in the center and just throw a grenade to know if the scav boss is there or no. He will definitely change his position, and once he does, you can go ahead and kill him on the spot. So I would suggest you all to go ahead and carry 2 or 3 nades with you. Once you are here in this location, I would suggest you to throw the nades right behind the logs right here, as most of the scav guards, boss guards and the boss spawn over here as well. So after you have looted all of these, make sure that you clear the area around, as there are many scavs and scav guards located in this particular area, and they can take you down, and which will result in you not taking the loot home. So I would suggest to look around, as y'all can take down the scav bosses really easily if you approach them in the correct way. Do not approach in the open, as if 2 or 3 scav bosses lock onto you at the same time, you will definitely die in this particular raid. So I would suggest you to go ahead and peek from corners one by one and taking them down one by one, as that is the most efficient way in order to take them down and get the loot home. Make sure that you do not stay in this place for very long, as other players also push this particular area, as it is a highly looted area as well. So this is for tip number 2, that you can get into fights with the scav boss and the scav boss guards. Next tip is, once you have acquired the key from the boss himself, you can go ahead and open the stash, which is located right here. So this is the Sturman stash where you need to use the key, and you can go ahead and have a look inside. So over here it mostly spawns rare items, and it also spawns a weapon inside as well. There are chances that you can find the red rebel inside as well, so make sure that you go ahead and use the key in order to search the stash. But I have noticed that when I've used almost 30 to 40% of the time, the stash has not been really that good, and the key prices of this particular key is really high at this point. So I would suggest that if you don't want to take the risk and you really need the money, for a short money guide, you can go ahead and you sell this key if you survive the raid, and you can sell it in the flea market for a very good price. So the next one are the stash locations which are there onto the map. So this is also one of the best way in order to earn money. As you go from point A to point B, you can hit these locations and use the stash, as most of the people do ignore the stash locations on woods a lot. So I would suggest you to go ahead and have a look at all the stashes. I have a different video where I have provided all the details about the stash as well. You can go ahead and have a look at that video as well. But for now, I have given you a rough idea as to where exactly the stashes will be. And there are very different kind of loots that is available in the stashes. It can be from very rare to the common loot spawns as well. So I would suggest you all to go ahead and have a look at all the stashes that are there on woods. And do make sure to go ahead and hit all the other places on woods as well, where there are weapon crates and there are small duffel bags as well, as sometimes these places can give you a lot of bang for your buck as well. So I would suggest you to go ahead and have a look at these places. And there are a lot of different things that you can uncover if you are over here, as there are weapon crates also available and duffel bags in this area. So the next one is behind the big rock where it is covering the mill. Right here, if you go along the wall right here where there is a tree which is fallen on the road, you can go ahead and have a look under the stash over here. So this is the best way I can tell you to go ahead and search for this particular stash, as this is the tree, and right below this you will find the stash. The next location is right on the opposite side. So on the opposite side to 204, you can find the big circle or the marked place on the woods map. This is the only place where there is a marked place. You don't require any keys in order to get into this particular place, as it is there in the open. But once you are over here, you just need to go diagonally opposite and it will be there in the open, where there will be a big circle marked, and that will be the marked place on the woods map right here. So it can spawn anything from very rare items to rare items all over the circle. So make sure that you have a look in the center and the sides as well, and there is a jacket spawn as well. Next we will need to go across from here. So we are going diagonally opposite, and once you go ahead, you will find a tree which is slantly on the right hand side of this. So once you cross that, right on the left you will find a stash right here. This is the best place I can go ahead and show you. You will find the stash. It will take you some time to find the stash exactly, but I can promise you that these are the most rewarding things on woods as well. So you can find and search all the cabins and this particular area as well, as there are some weapon attachments and different kind of loot that you can find on this particular thing. So there is a weapons crate as well, and there is a weapons box as well, so you can search these in order to make the best. Next we will need to go across to the very end. Right here you will find the stash right here in the bush. It is a little difficult and it is very well hidden, so it is right here. So you can have a look inside, and there are some good loot over here as well. So these concludes all the different kind of stashes that are there on woods. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you found this video useful, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, as I come up with new videos every week. If you have any questions or suggestions about the video, you can go ahead and write them down in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next one.